Knowing what your middle schooler is really thinking isn't always easy. Somerville Cares About Prevention is helping. An April 2015 anonymous health survey administered to middle schoolers looked at issues including alcohol use, drug use, bullying, and overall school environment and services. Reporter Kate Bell was there when the results were released.
The evidence is in. Somerville Middle School students are becoming responsible teenagers, according to the recently released Middle School Student Health Survey results. The survey was developed by the Somerville Office of Prevention in conjunction with the Somerville Public Schools and administered to 880 students in grades 6 to 8. Corey Mashburn is the Director of Prevention Services. He believes including the students in the conversation brings a positive change.
Well, I think one is that they know they have a voice. I was circling around at the event and kids were speaking their mind. They were speaking about ideas that they wanted. And I think that when kids know that they're a part of something and when their voices are heard, they're more willing to hop on the train and help us out.
For Mashburn, the results were really not that surprising.
I wasn't surprised. We try to stay ahead of the game on a lot of the trends. I think that we knew that the mental health data was going to be where it was, and that's a scary thing. But in the world of drug prevention, you're always going to be working on something. It doesn't matter if a number is down to 0, you're still working on it.
Smoking and drug use are down, but mental health-related issues are rising. Mashburn knows that when one number goes up, another is likely to follow.
I think there could always be more of a discussion. I mean, from what I heard tonight, some parents, that they were talking about their parents were scared to talk about drugs and sex and other items. In today's world, I don't think we can't be scared to talk about things.
The results were announced in a game show format with students from Somerville Protection Forces, also known as SPF 100, asking the audience multiple choice questions and sharing the correct answers. Anmal Bartow is a senior at Somerville High School and member of SPF 100. He remembers what 6th grade was like and feels programs like SPF 100 are beneficial and help encourage conversation.
As a 6th grader, you're not really involved with too much aside from the things that school gives you, like the sports and like education itself. But looking at our data over the years, I really have seen a decrease in so many of our negative habits in the community. I remember coming up to the high school, I saw a lot more kids smoking, and to this day, I'll walk home, and there used to be kids who used to smoke, but now it's almost gone. I really feel like in the tobacco section, we have really done a good job, and as well as bullying. You don't really understand it at the time, but I've seen how we've come together and try to tackle the issues on substance abuse, drinking, and bullying, and suicide, mental health, all those things.
A sophomore and member of Teen Empowerment agrees. She's concerned that middle schoolers aren't given enough credit for the stress they face.
It opened up a lot of people's minds, especially at the table, because it's true. We usually don't assume that middle schoolers don't have these issues. They think, it's just the regular issues, as you said earlier, about like boys and things like that in grades. But it's gotten a little worse over the years, is things like older kids would stress about. And I really feel like from an adult's perspective, they assume that middle schoolers don't feel that way because they're younger and they don't have responsibilities. They don't have the whole world on their shoulders. And for some middle schoolers, unfortunately, it is that way. And we never really know what the next person goes through, especially someone at that age. Stress comes at any age, really. And I feel like we should put more emphasis on getting to know the actual intimate issues with middle schoolers.
The event began an open discussion between Somerville Middle School parents and students. Mashburn said the only way to stay on top of the issues is to be proactive. We cannot be reactive around the topics of drug and alcohol. Reporting for Somerville Neighborhood News, I'm Kate Bell.